Okay guys, let's continue with lesson 7. This is section 2, by the way. Lesson 7, section 2. Yeah, let's get it guys. Without wasting time. Excuse me.
Now we're going to make the animals page. But before we actually start making the animals page, let's take a look at what the finished product will look like. So from the home page, we click on the animals link and it takes us to the animals page. Now let's take a careful look at what's going on this page. If you look at the animals page, at the top we've got our header and we've got our top tabs identical to the home page. Nothing changes there. And at the bottom we've got our bottom tabs, again identical to the index page. It's just the middle section or the main content section of the page that's actually different. Now, looking at the main section, you can see in the background, we've got a background image, which is a blur image. It's actually a picture of the map that you see in the home page, but it's greatly enlarged and blurred. In the foreground, we've got these boxes
This
that
guy.
are semi-transparent.
He
You can
really
actually
has
see the
animals.
background
How?
behind them.
Which lesson
We're
is
going to
this?
use CSS
Lesson
to
7.
style this so that is semi-transparent. Then we've got a nice little
How did you do
image
all
on the
these,
side
bro?
here, a thumbnail image, the name of the animal, a little description, and then we've got this button. This button is actually an image. So we're going to put all this together using our HTML and our style sheets. Back in my editor, the first thing I do is to create a page. So you right click on new file. I'm going to call this one animals.html. Now, animals.html is going to be very similar to index.html in many ways. So we go to index.html and we copy everything in index.html.
Control A.
Select it, Control C to copy.
Control C.
Back to animals.html and Control V to paste.
And then I'm gonna
so between the two
V.
files, all of this, the HTML, the head, most of the body. In the body tag, you look at header and tabs top, as well as tabs bottom, body, and HTML. All of these will be identical. The only thing that's going to change is this section. Div ID is equal to main home, and
okay, div ID is equal to main home.
Image that's inside, this is going to come off, and we're going to put some styling here or some information here that's exclusive to animals.html. Let's start coding. We're going to start off by putting a new div. And we'll give it an ID of main. Now, in index.html, we've got an ID of main-home. So this applies just to the home page. But in animals.html, we've got an ID of main. So this is general. This applies to all the other pages except the home page. All right, now inside there, we're gonna place yet another div. And we're gonna give this guy an ID of content. You'll see shortly why we are nesting this content div inside of the main div. All right, so what goes inside the content? Now, inside the content is where all the hyperlinks for the animals will go. So we start off with an A hyperlink tag, and we'll immediately give this hyperlink a class name. And the class name here will be info-box. The href we'll set for the time being to a hash, meaning it will go nowhere. Now, what do we put in between the hyperlink open and close tags? Now, a lot is going to go inside here. So what we do is we hit enter a couple of times to move the close tag of the hyperlink a couple of lines below. And here we start putting in all of the things that are going to go inside of this hyperlink. So we start off with an image. We give the image a class of right. And this image will be of the elephants, not of the elephants, of the right arrow. So we go to images. And the image we're going to put is next arrow.png. So I just typed in the first three letters, and brackets shows me the right image. So we click on that. And we close this tab. Now this image that we are putting here will be this guy here, the image on the right side, the arrow image.
How did he get the elephant?
Below that, we put in
This
another
guy.
image.
Oh, but how? Did I miss something?
We give it a source
Okay.
of images.
How? How? SRC. Okay.
And it will live in, or it will be images elephant-tn.png. Right? We close
TN.
that. And next we put in an H3, which will say elephants. We put this in all caps. And finally, we put a paragraph that gives a little description of the elephant. So we'll say gentle giants of the jungle. We remove that empty line, and that's it. So we've got our first hyperlink in place. Now we're going to make one for each of the animals that we are going to display in our page. And there's a lot of animals. But the nice part is we simply copy and paste them, and we just need to change.
So we're gonna copy this. And so here, Control C.
A couple of things here, like the image and the H3 as well as the P. Obviously, the hash is going to become an actual hyperlink. Now, before we check this out in our browser, let's save this. Control S to save. We go to index.html, and where we've got a hash, in the hyperlink for animals, we'll change it now to animals.html. So when we refresh the index page in our browser and we click on the animals link, it will actually link to the animals page. So let's save this. And in the animals page where it says map, now remember the map page is in fact our index page. So we'll put in index.html as the hyperlink to this. So we'll be able to link forward from the the index
then
page
we'll save.
to the animals page and then link back from animals to index. Let's save this and have a look at it in our browser. Back in the browser, we refresh, click on animals, and it takes us to
Refresh, click on animals. Okay,
our animals page. Now you can see there's the gentle giants of the jungle, which is a hyperlink. The thumbnail image of the elephant is hidden somewhere behind the header and the top tabs, and the other image, which is supposed to be here, the arrow image, is also hidden. So everything is pretty much hidden at the top there, and it has no styles. Time to do some styling. Imagine if you're
so what I'm missing from here, I see he did all of this, but on if you watch these videos, you will see that they will replay it.
Middle section.
Like when he clicks, I don't know where he clicked, but there's elephant, giraffes, our okay, koalas, monkeys, pandas. How did he do this? That's my chat. How did he do this? Let me check his styling. His styling ends on exactly on huh? His styling ends exactly somewhere here. Why does it end on 77? But okay, I don't think that's an issue. Okay, I don't think that's an issue. What did he do?
Or the main content section of the page. We start making the animals page. Let's take a look at what the finished product will look like. So from the home page, we click on the animals link, and it takes us to the animals page. Now
He's saying the finished product, so meaning we're still in the process, it's not finished yet. Okay guys, I'll see you on a lesson. I'll see you guys on lesson 8. Please like and subscribe.